everyone, and welcome to FTB Sports. This is your Manchester United versus West Ham fans reaction show. Can we welcome Omondi? Hello,
Hi,
Omondi, how you
guys.
doing? You right? Mr.
I'm
B,
good.
how you doing? You right?
Buddy.
And Kahunde, how you doing? You right?
Right.
Good. So, guys, before we go, obviously we know the story at the moment that's going around before we go into the game, just like a minute or two on it, just to get our thoughts about it. Ole to sign a new contract, going from 7 million to 9 million. What's your thought process? Let's start with Mr. B, because me and Omondi done the show today.
If the deal was going to be announced, fair enough. But I just don't think they should have announced it now. I don't think they should have announced anything until the end of the season. He might do what he did before in regards to get the contract, get the pay rise, and then the team pays like a bunch of wankers. So I would have rathered that nothing was said now. And go till the end of the season. I mean, if you're going to give him the contract, fine. You know, that's all sorted out. That would have been sorted out from now anyway. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It could mean that he could just get lazy now and relax. So yeah. I'm not happy. Contract, no problem with him getting given the contract. But the timing should have just said at the end of the season when he's done. What if he finishes 6th now? Then what?
Yeah, true.
See what I mean? So, you know, he's there. Fair enough. He's got given the contract. But, you know, end of the season wouldn't have been an issue. But so look, if they give it to him, they give it to him. Has he earned it? Don't know. Has he earned a £2 million pay rise? But, you know, it's £2 million is a lot of money for doing not much. You know, maybe that's his cut from. Maybe that's his percentage from us qualifying for Champions League or something. I don't know. But look, he's there. He's got it. Does he deserve the pay rise? I don't think so. But that's what happens when you get a new contract. You always negotiate more money. So, look, he's there. Should have been done end of the season. We'll see what happens in it.
Yeah. And Kahunde?
I agree with Mr. B. The timing of the announcement is probably not right. Maybe they should have held it till the end of the season. But regardless, contracts don't mean anything in football today. And like what will happen with Mourinho 2018 when he finished 2nd, I think he got offered a new contract, and then he was sacked by December. So it doesn't mean anything, but it just means that United are going to have to pay out more if they do sack Oli early, and you know, if things go wrong. But on the whole, do I have a issue with him getting a new contract? No, I don't, because I've enjoyed the progression that United have made since he's come in. I think we've made good progressions in the recruitment and everything else that we're doing. I'm excited to watch United now. That's why I'm doing the channel. And, you know, I wouldn't have done this under Mourinho or Van Gaal. So, yeah, let's just see what happens. Wait to the end of the season, see where we're at.
Yeah. And finally, we'll go on to Omondi. And I got something 30 seconds to say and see if you guys agree with me.
I can't add to what I already said. I got rushed to the studios early this afternoon, got a phone call. Can you make it to do a bulletin on the news about the contract? Got a taxi down there, met up with my man Solo, and we got a little 25-minute news bulletin on it. So if you want to tune into that, otherwise, I'm saying it's not good timing, and maybe we should wait. As I referenced Mr. B, as Mr. B always says, let's wait to the end of the season and assess it then.
Yeah, for me, and I think Kahunde, you touched on it. It's the timing of it as well. It baffles me because the way I look at the contract is we give it to him now, and all right, we get battered by AC Milan. We lose to Everton in a couple of days' time in the cup, and then we drop league position to like 3rd and finish 3rd in the league. Now, to me, is he worth a new contract? Leicester, sorry. Is it now worth giving our chance to? Is it giving him the contract? The answer to me is no, because you've been knocked out of the 2 cups. You drop down in the league position. But I know it's ifs and buts. But for me, I just think it's whoever is giving you these contracts need to sit there and rethink it, because it could jeopardize the club and the club could go backwards. Come again, like we said, in December, the same thing with Jose Mourinho. He got sacked. But again, like you said, Kahunde, it's like watching Jose. I was looking at the stats today. And we always say stats can be interpreted and whatever with it. But Jose played less game than Ole has, won more than Ole has, conceded less goal than Ole, scored more goals than Ole has. But then yet again, apparently you guys are happy with Ole. Like I said, I'll back the players. I won't back the manager.
I'll tell you why. Are you going to tell me that you enjoyed it? You enjoyed the brand of football that Jose was playing?
No, I don't enjoy it.
Tell me.
But right now
Answer me
speaking,
truthfully, bruv.
no, I don't. I didn't. But right now speaking, do I enjoy the football that Ole's playing? The answer is no.
So what's the point then? So you don't think we're playing better football now than we did under Jose?
I still think we've gone backwards. I still believe we've gone almost right back to where Louis van Gaal is. I still believe that because the difference is with Jose, he was bad, but he could break teams down. The game today I watched, I was falling asleep at halftime before first half. That was Jose press.
Sorry, can I just interrupt you there?
Go on.
The announcement's been made. When was it made? The contract, was it yesterday?
Today.
All right, today, right? That announcement's been made, and we won today. We won the
yesterday.
Game. Right?
Was it yesterday? Okay, yeah. It came up. All right.
We won the game today, regardless of how you thought we played or whatever. We've won, and I don't talk like in hypotheticals. I don't say, "Oh, what if we lose get knocked out next week, or we lose in the cup, or we lose against Leicester, or this." I'm just looking at it as here and now. We're second place in the league, and we've made progression from last season. We were third last season. Ollie's got us up to second, and we're looking odds on for top four at least. You know, we still got 2 cup competitions that we're in, European FA Cup. So I'm looking at the positive stuff. I'm not looking at the things that might go wrong. I'm just saying, the announcement was maybe soon. We should have held it to the end of the season, but let's wait till the end of the season and let's talk again then.
Oh no, definitely.
Yeah, we haven't gone backwards. I don't think we've gone backwards because the main thing for us was playing Champions League football. And since Ollie's this is his second full season, we will be playing Champions League football again.
Yeah, we were playing Champions League football earlier.
Yeah, exactly. We were.
But for me, I know, and obviously we all going to have our different opinions because we all love the club and we all think differently of the club. Yeah. But for me, I think now we're becoming Arsenal. That's the thing I look at. We're becoming Arsenal. Finishing top 4 is...
We're seconds.
No, but I'm saying finishing top 4, but the direction the club's going, finishing top 4, it don't matter. Winning the league doesn't really matter anyway. As long as we're finished top 4, it's okay for everyone.
All right, can I just throw in something else as well? You talked about the stats about Mourinho. Mourinho and Van Gaal, in their full seasons that they had, Van Gaal finished 5th one season. Mourinho finished 6th in his first season. Solskjaer's had 2. This is his second full season. His first full season, he finished 3rd. And his second full season, he looks like he's going to get in the top 4 again because we're second. So what is that saying to you? Forget about the stats and the win percentage. He's getting a higher league. Van Gaal got 4 and Mourinho got 6.
Can I suggest we discuss this another time?
Let's do the...
We've already had a bulletin show. Where were you guys?
Yeah.
Did you get the call?
Mr. B was busy. He took my call. Okay. He was busy.
We'll talk about end of the season.
So guys, if you are watching, please subscribe. It was the West Ham, Man United West Ham game. So guys, let's start off now. Dean Henderson, we're just going to round it up. Dean Henderson, what do you guys thought about his performance today? I thought he had a decent game. And my man in the match will shock every single person tonight. I'm telling you that now.
I don't think so.
Omondi, what do you think of the performance of Dean Henderson? I don't think he had a lot to do in the game, though, did he?
I'm going to keep this thing. Let's keep it short and sweet. Sorry, we're all experienced broadcasters now. We know how to run our show, right? But Dean Henderson, he played pretty well. Didn't have much to do. At the end, came out, claimed something. But well done. Talking as usual. Good performance. I'd say give him a 7. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. Kohunde?
Yeah, same as Omondi. He didn't have a lot to do, but was when was called upon, he did what he needed to do. So, not going to say too much.
Same thing. And then Mr. B.
Can you not hear me properly?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Henderson, he did all right. He did all right. He had, what did he have to do really? Not much. But Moyes, you see, watching Moyes play games like that, that reminds me of what he used to do with us. That's how he had us playing against everybody. That dead, turgid football. You know what I mean? But what I will say is, when they brought on Lanzini and the other youths, we looked like we was under pressure for about 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We can't deal with teams attacking us, bro. With that midfield, we can't deal with teams attacking us.
Couldn't agree more. But the thing is, for me, I thought Henderson, same as you guys, I thought he didn't really have much to do at all, apart from the last sort of 10 minutes or so when the pressure wrapped up on him. But he controlled the game, he controlled the defense. Yep, I'm going to say 7 out of 10 as well for him, really. Let's go to. Let's go to Wan-Bissaka. Mr. B, what do you think of his performance today, Wan-Bissaka?
Okay, I mean, again, was there anybody really, really great today? I'll give him a. Are you allowed to give 6.5?
You can do, yeah. Of course, you can give.
Are you
a
allowed
1
to
if you
give
want.
half marks? Because I don't think he was. I don't think he was quite a 7.
Yeah.
I would never give Wan-Bissaka a 1. I would have to be sniffing something that I'm not supposed to be sniffing to give him a 1. So no, he's never get a 1 from me. I would give him a 6.5, steady 6.5 for Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah.
They didn't attack. I don't think they attacked enough for any of our defensive players to get any reasonable points. So yeah, 6.5.
Yeah. And Kohunde?
Yeah, there wasn't. He wasn't outstanding, but then he wasn't really tested. He didn't have a lot to do, just like Henderson. I think just a comfortable type of game for him. So I'll give him a 6. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Omondi?
Who are you talking about? Kevin Costner? The bodyguard, Lingard's bodyguard. Remember we said Antonio?
No, Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah. Wan-Bissaka was the bodyguard for Lingard.
Yeah.
Looking after Lingard's man, Antonio. Antonio did go to Lingard, not Lingard, to Lindelof today. So I saw Kevin Costner, the bodyguard, come and looking after Antonio for our centre-back. Well done. I'll give him a 7.
You give a 7. I'm going to go with you guys as well. I think I'm going to give him I'm going to go 6.5 because picking up that booking in the first half, I thought it was a bit rash. But you know what? Again, like what Mr. B said, I must be on something if I was going to give him anything less than, each week.
Can I just add to that? Sorry, what I noticed with him as well, like we're all trying to get him to, in the final third, make him a better player, do what Luke Shaw does on the opposite side. A couple of times today, he was pinging the ball, trying to ping the ball into feet, and it wasn't really going to feet. That's I've noticed 2 times it really go into feet. So there's something maybe he needs to improve on, but I think it comes with confidence. But yeah, good performance.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to Kohunde now. Our centre-back pairing, just do them as a pairing, really. Maguire and Lindelof, we did thought it was going to be them two that starting, and I think we get it right anyway, most weeks anyway. What do you think of their pairing, and what would you rate them today, game?
Just like 6. I didn't really see West Ham didn't do a lot to threaten them. It's like they were playing for a draw or something. So Maguire and Lindelof, I didn't see they had a lot to do. And they're both comfortable on the ball. I don't really see them like really pressured or anything like that. So I'll give them like a 6, and it's not because they performed well, but they weren't required. They weren't tested. None of them were tested to really, to really make them perform, So I'll give them both a 6. It was just comfortable, very comfortable.
Excellent. And Omondi?
Yeah, the dream team, Lindelof and Maguire. Yeah, bad boys. The game like today didn't have much to do, but I thought Maguire was awesome again, winning his headers. People don't notice these things, But I'm always watching Maguire and I'm thinking, yeah, great player, great player. And I was comparing him to Diop today. Yeah. I was having a look at Diop because we were saying, who is this guy? Just another black French African. And I noticed he was just another French black guy, you know, with good physicals. Compared to Maguire, it's like night and day.
Yeah.
So Maguire was fantastic. Lindelof had a bit of he had to deal with Antonio. Antonio was on his case, but he dealt with it pretty well. No frills. I give them all 7 Lindelof, 8 for Maguire.
Mr. B.
I wouldn't have gone 7 and 8. I would go 6 and 7.
Yeah.
Or 7 and 7. But I wouldn't go 8. I don't think any of those two deserved an 8. There was one thing that I did pick up. I don't know if you lot noticed it in the game where they were both marking Antonio.
Yeah.
Just in outside our half. And he spun both of them.
You did.
You know, so that's already taken half a mark. You have one on him and you have one behind him. No, they were both on him. He did one little turn and he took off down the side of them. They're hurrying after him. It's all right. I'm going to watch the game again, find out what minute it is to you, and I'm going to send it to you. Don't worry, bro. Because I was just thinking, oh, you wait until I see bloody Omondi later. You know what I mean? So, yeah, 7 and 7. 7 and 7. 7 and 7.
Oh, good. And for me, I'm going to do the same as Mr. B. I'm going to give 7 and 7. I did see get spawned, but I was going to say to you, the surprise was going to be, I was going to look at Maguire and give him my man in the match. And the reason why, because he won some of those headers and he did the simple things. But what Mr. B said, he just jerked my memory to say about that he got spun. So now I'm going to reverse it and I'm going to give him a 6.5 and Lindelof a 6.5.
Shrewd.
No, but he did get spun. He did get spun.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. Did you see it as well, couldn't they? Yeah.
Afterwards, it didn't lead to a dangerous point attempt.
And then let's go with Shoninho now. So let's start with Omondi. What do you think of his performance today? The Brazilian left back.
That Jorginho was his man in the match.
Yeah.
I thought he was fantastic again. He's at a level now. If he drops this level, we're going to be critical. But this is a good level he's playing at. I watched Kieran Tierney earlier, and I thought he was amazing, you know? Yeah. So I think them two are head to head about who's the best left back in the
country, yeah.
And we have to give Kieran Tierney some credit. He's
100%.
Awesome. He's up and down, wicked deliveries, great player. I'm happy with Shaw. Another great performance. Don't know if you saw. Sorry, I keep trying to keep it short, but with Shaw you can't really. There's in the second half. He was played into not in trouble, but he's in the corner. He had players trying to press him, and he's just like, got it out, bottled out his feet, got out of trouble, popped it off, and just like ran off like it was standard, not like swell up. It's just like it's normal to him, you know. So I thought, yeah, man, you're on the page. Love it.
Mr. B?
8.
8. Oh wow. Okay.
Agreed.
Wow.
8. 7.5. And my man of the match, yes, I would agree, sure. Look, right now, there's no argument. Every week we play, he is our standout player.
Yeah.
You know, if his level drops again, I won't be critical. I know on Monday is going to be very critical because he's very critical of our defenders. But no, I would take Luke Shaw. I like Luke Shaw today. 7.5. I don't think anybody in the team deserved an 8. So I'll take 7.5 Luke Shaw. Yeah.
And Kohunde?
Yeah, 7.5, man. He's very consistent at the moment. He's our most consistent player. He was my man in the match as well. And it was just times he just showed a lot of composure. He just didn't seem to panic any situation. Anytime he was in, they tried to double up on him, tight areas. He's always just picked the right option. And he seems like a threat going forwards. And yeah, really good performance. And I just hope he keeps it up to the end of the season. He's got to be England's number 1 at the Euros.
And then for me now, I thought he was our most dangerous player today. He was our most dangerous player where, like you said, he was like giving and going, overlapping, getting in the dangerous area. for me, solid performance again. I'm not going to be critical of Luke Shaw because, as I said, I'll back every single player at the club and whatnot. And even if his level dropped a little bit, he's still, still there. I was watching the Arsenal boys today, and basically they were saying Kieran Tierney is the best left back in the country. And unfortunately, I'm disagreeing with that. Luke Shaw is the standout. He's the person everyone's looking at in the Premier League at left back at the moment. So for me, I know you guys are being stingy with your points and everything like that. I'm giving Jorginho an 8 man of the match performance. So now let's go to the 2 holding midfield players, Scott and Fred. Let's start with Mr. B with them first. What's your thought process on their the performance today? He's very delayed, isn't he? You there, Mr. B? We can't hear you.
Who?
He's talking, or he's nodding.
He's not talking.
He's not talking. All right, let's come back to Mr. B in a minute. Let's go to you first, Kohunde.
You know what is with those two? It's just like their effort that they give, just it kind of like clouds their ability sometimes.
Yeah.
If you were to really like watch them and analyze
as
them,
a pairing or a singly.
But
he's back on.
Both. Because I think McTominay's a bit better, but even McTominay gives the ball sometimes.
I don't. Can you hear me? I tell you what, I'm going to log out. Yeah. I'm going to log back in because I'm on a mad delay at the moment. I'm on a mad delay at the moment. I'm going to log out, log back in.
Okay. So sorry, Kohunde, go on.
Yeah. It's just that, McTominay, I like him as a player and all that, everything that he gives, effort, and Fred as well, like 100% effort. Like if he does lose it, he tracks back, or if someone else loses it, he's tracking back and all that. But it's just that their effort is just clouding their ability, which is very limited. And as a pairing, I feel like we're getting results with them. You can't argue that. Like, we're not losing games at the moment. It's just face facts. We're not losing games. And those two are quite good at protecting that back four. But at the same time, it's like they lack so much creativity and just doing the simple things. I think McTominay, in a couple of seasons, he'll get better with certain things. He still does certain mistakes where he plays a dodgy pass or he overruns the ball. Yeah. And today against Declan Rice, he was overran the ball and he fouled him, and ended up fouling Declan Rice, And then I think Bruno
almost got injured from it as well.
Yeah. So just things like that. And then Fred, and then he's playing the short one, and then he tried to do a long one, and it gets cut out. And it's just they frustrate me sometimes, but you can't knock the effort that they're giving. And I think there's times where I've watched other players in our midfield that will just lose the ball and not track back, and it could lead to a goal. They're not marking and all that, and that's what those two do. But I just want to see next season McTominay to play with Pogba, or Fred to play with Pogba, or one of them to find the beat. Not those two together anymore, because it's killing it. We're at Old Trafford. We should be playing creative football, and things like that. And it's just like those two. They make the game less exciting because of what they're lacking in ability.
Yeah. And Omondi?
Yeah, agree with Kohunde. He made some good points there. I think I made some notes today. Same thing again. Fred, poor passing. And in the final third, passing is trash. I don't know what he's doing up there in the first place. He should be sitting back really and let some other guys go forward who can make more of the play. I think he's got so much energy, he just thinks he can just go up there and get back and no problem. But like Kohunde says, they both put in a good shift. And it's just I just want a bit more intelligence. Fred is a senior player out of the two, and to me he's the lesser player in intelligence and many other things as well. He just can't pass. And the thing is, he can't pass and he tries to pass. You got to know your limitations sometimes, It's like me trying to go in a club and go for the hottest girl. You know, I can't do it. You know what I mean? I get blasted. So every time I try, I'm going to realize every time I go for the best girl in the club, I get blasted. So at some point, you've got to realize, let me just know my limits and just take the fat girl. You know, that's it. Anyway, I can put it. And McTominay, I think McTominay. Yeah, welcome back. I think McTominay's fantastic. I really I've always liked him. I do once again agree with what Kahinde's saying. I just think if you're playing Champions League football, the highest level, and you're in those tight areas, I used to say this about Fellaini. That's why I thought he was trash for us. It's all right for the Prem, and these two are both all right for the Prem. But if you want to go and win things, and you want to play top Champions League football, McTominay and Fred, they're not the guys to be intricate and play technically in their tight areas and be successful. They're not the guys that are going to do it. So going forward, good for the Prem, but no, we're not going to win nothing with them two. McTominay at the moment, maybe we'll improve, but not at the moment. Yeah.
Mr. B, it was about basic. So, what was your rating for them? Because your Kahunda didn't give him to.
Okay,
I give them like a 6, just
6. And then for you, Omondi?
Yeah, double 6. Yeah, give them 2 6s.
Mr. B, as a pairing?
5. You're laughing, bro. I'm sick and tired of that bullshit, bro. I look at it and I try to be positive. McTominay, I pray that he scored the goal. Then he probably would have got a 6 from me today. But they just piss me off, man. They really, really piss me off. The team comes out, you see both of them, you already know you're pissed off. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're praying that they're going to do something that you haven't seen them do, something that you know they're not capable of doing, and they don't. So they're both 5s. They're both 5s. And that was just because they got their shirt numbers on right. They're shocking today, man. Both of them were shit.
To be fair, I thought both of them. Normally, I don't really say too much with Scott or Fred, but I thought I'm going to agree with Mr. B today. I thought they were basically bang average today.
Oh my God! You don't love our players this week.
No. I love them, obviously, But this week, I just thought the performance today was just bang average. I wouldn't give them a 5 like you did, but I'll give them a 6. But they were just bang average. There was too many mistakes, like we said with Kahunde, where sort of like Scott overhit the ball, and then he had to go and try to get the ball back, and almost injured himself.
He nearly mashed up Declan Rice as well, same time as well.
Yeah. And then at the same time, you had Fred, who was sort of like, tried, like what Kahunde said and Omondi said. He put energy, they got the legs, but they are players that you take off the bench when your top midfield player, basically, you're winning the game 2-0, and you bring them on as a sub to shore the game up. And that's how I'm looking at them two players all the time now when I watch Man United. Because again, we keep going backward and forward, saying we need better player and more creative player than them there. Let's sign Ndidi. Come on. Before we go to the next section of the thing, we're almost done anyway. Omondi, you on your computer, or could you do these comments?
Yes, for sure. Adam Morris, hi Adam, says Ollie at the wheel. Just say Ollie. Adam loves Ollie, and Ollie loves Adam. Either way. Adam again says solo. Say it with me. Ollie at the wheel. Say it solo.
Can't say it.
Don't sound like you're freezing. Adam again says no finishing top 4. No finishing top 4 consistently is the first aim. You can't jump steps. It's all about progression. How many times are you hearing this?
Yep, every season.
Harris says Harry Maguire was man of the match.
Adam, I'm sure Harry Maguire is your man of the match every week.
He is. Slabhead.
And me.
Yeah.
Hi, Dynamic Productions. How you doing, brother? Did you enjoy the game? Luke Shaw, man of the match, without a doubt. Greenwood a close second.
Yep, I could take that. I could take that.
Errol?
Oh?
I mean, Solo, let's go. Solo, we just read out Dynamic Productions.
Okay, hold on. Luke Shaw, man of the match, without a doubt.
Yeah, we just read that one.
Well, I'll say Luke Shaw, man of the match, but
again says Wan-Bissaka offers nothing going forward. We need a right back that can attack.
No, we don't.
Go
No,
away.
we don't.
Go away.
No, we don't.
Wan-Bissaka can't,
First and
mate.
foremost, Mr. Dynamic Productions, you're saying, what position does he play? He is right back. Yes? Which means, first and foremost, man ain't supposed to run past him. They don't. If Manchester United had a right-sided player worth anything more than 7.5 pence, yeah, then he would have somebody to pass to. Think about David Beckham and Gary Neville. Gary Neville played every single game. Why? Not because he was good, but because he had sense enough to pass the ball to David Beckham in a good position. He would overlap him. What did David Beckham do? Carry on Galang running. I'm not giving the ball to you anyway. I'm going to cross the ball in. You understand? So it's finding a partnership, you need 2 players on that side. One man can't do it on his own. You understand? So no, we don't need a right back who can go forward. We need a right-sided midfielder who can attack so he can pass the ball to him. My opinion, Mr. Dynamic Productions.
I agree with your opinion as well.
Sorry, so what did anyone think of Delors against us for Milan the other day? Do you think he could come in as an understudy for Wan-Bissaka?
100%. 100%.
Because he's really attacking full right back, isn't he? And he's playing left back. He's versatile. He's an attacking fullback, Delors.
I've always liked him.
I liked him, yeah.
I like him.
I don't want him. I want a defender who can defend first, and he can't defend. So no, I'm not interested.
The Hotspur hustler, unlucky today's Tottenham. That's really
man. You guys let me down today, man.
You know, but he says big up, lads. Well, big up to you.
Big up to you.
Cheer up, actually. Hope you're feeling better. Lee Billingsley. Sorry about that. You're Northern. Must be Northern. North Reds, nothing else matters. Okay.
Oh, well.
We've had all that Arsenal palaver earlier on. And Dynamic Production says, Omondi, that analogy was a bad one. No, the girl was a bad one, the one I ended up with. And Dynamic Productions again says, McTominay and Fred love passing sideways and backwards. Mr. B, I feel your pain.
Thank you, Mr. Dynamic.
And Dynamic says, McTominay is only in the team. Is only in the team. McTominay is only in the team.
I think he's going to carry on. Yeah. Should be sub. There you go.
McTominay should be sub. Van der Beek is much better. Ferguson loved McTominay when he was coming through. Pure favoritism. That's from Dynamic.
Yes, man. That's what I say. Yeah. So let's go. Yeah. So now let's go and start off with Greenwood today. What's your thought process on Greenwood today?
I liked him. I liked his aggression today. He picked up the ball and he was positive. 1 or 2 times there was a time in the second half where he cut in and I thought, oh God, why did he shoot from there? And I got told off by my younger sibling, saying that that's the positions that he does, and if he had scored from there, I would have been screaming. So maybe I need to be less critical of the younger players. Yeah. No, tell a lie. Less critical of Greenwood, because I'm very critical of Fred and McTominay, and I don't think that's going to change. So maybe I need to be less harsh on Greenwood. I thought he had a good game today. I thought he did. He and the management looked like they were very pleased with his performance when he came off. You know, sometimes, you can see they gave him the pat on the back. Yeah. You know, they gave him the G up. So I think they were happy with. So maybe he followed the instruction that they gave. But yeah, I thought Greenwood was nice and aggressive today when he picked up the ball.
Yeah. And Kohinde? Oh, sorry. What are you giving him? What are you giving him?
Oh, what did I give? What did I give Shaw? 7.5, isn't it?
7.5.
Well, I can't give him more than a 7.5, so he'd have to get a 7. He'd have to get a 7. For Shaw was my man of the match, so I'll give him a 7.
And Kohinde?
Yeah, I thought Greenwood, he was a threat today. He's always a threat. And he tries to do the right things all the time. He doesn't try to overdo it or turn into trouble or whatever. And he tries to make good use of the ball, tries to his best to get into positions where he could be a scoring threat. And even like against Milan the other day, he made a good cross for James, and James missed the open goal. And I think he did it today again. today where he put in a really good ball, but no one was there.
So he did the box,
yeah. And then I see him, he hit the post as well, Greenwood. So he was a threat. He was probably our best attacking threat, to be honest. So I can maybe give him a 7 or something. And I think what I was trying to work out, because I didn't, from the front three that was chosen today, I thought they might put Rashford up front, Greenwood on the right, and James on the left. But they did it the other way around, where Rashford stayed on the left where he's more comfortable. Yeah. I still think Greenwood does struggle a bit playing up front on his own, but he gives a lot of effort. He is intelligent and all that, and he gives a lot of effort, but he did struggle at times to really adjust to that position. So I think it's going to take him a couple of years to really feel comfortable playing in that position. He's probably more effective on the right at the moment, but he did well, so I'll give him 7.
Sorry, we have a tendency in this country to play players who we feel are going to be centre forwards. We always play them either left or right until we feel that they're at the right age. Do you think that we're playing him wrong and we should be teaching him to play as a centre forward?
Yes.
Well, not necessarily, because if you look at what he did last season, 17 goals from the right-hand side. With the players that we've got at the moment, that's the only way we could fit him in, because everyone these days are playing inside players, they know, who are playing on their kind of wrong side so they could cut in. So he's gives us that option. Him and Diallo giving us that option, being left-footed players that play on the right side. I'm trying to think of an example about who else has done that, because maybe Rashford early in his career, he started as a striker and then he's moved to the left wing. But apparently in the youth, he was always a winger. So he likes to do that same thing and cut in or whatever. But I just think from Greenwood's performance last season, where he got 17 goals, that's where he's probably looks most effective at the moment. Time will tell. If Ahmed in the next season or so establishes that right-hand side position, then Greenwood's probably going to have maybe be pushed up front if we don't try and get Haaland or something. So we'll see.
Yeah. And then, sorry, we're going to Omondi about the Greenwood performance today. Yeah,
I'm seeing a lot of dynamic production saying Greenwood's outstanding performance everywhere. I tend to agree with him. I thought Greenwood's really stood up today. Like we were saying pre-game, that we were a bit concerned about going into AC Milan, who's injured. It's nice to have Rashford coming back into the side. But Greenwood, I thought he stood up today. And I've made a few notes, don't mind.
Yeah, go on.
The first half, I said he was getting yammed. It was too static. So if you know what I mean by getting yammed. If he's too static as a centre forward, just staying there, he's going to get munched by these 6'4". What's his name? Diallo, was it? What's the West Ham guy we talking about?
Dion.
He's going to get yammed up by that. But then what he started doing is making more movement, and then they couldn't handle him. He played really well today. Like you said, created chances, getting the ball at his feet, shooting, crossing. And this is why what Mr. B made a good point earlier, which Kahinde answered, about the progression, about putting a centre forward who's left-footed onto the right-hand side. And what we're seeing is a slow progression, because I've noticed in a lot of games, I've got a lot of notes going back now, which saying he's crossing balls with his right foot, left foot, across the 6-yard box. They're fizzing across there and they're really good chances for us, which I really love to see. I'd like to see Wan-Bissaka doing that as well, but I'm seeing a lot of that from Greenwood. So we're seeing a slow progression. And today, I've just seen all of his stats, all of his ability really come out, and I thought he was really outstanding today. He should be proud of himself, because it's not always about goals. I want to see progression, and to see a young player come through the youths, second year at the senior game. Obviously smashed it first year, but they've read him now. They know the book. They've read the book now. They know what he's about. And I was really pleased to see what he did today. Created good chances. Keeper made some fantastic saves against him. And like I saw Dynamic Production say, I totally agree. He deserved the goal. That would have changed the whole conversation we would have now. But without talking about the other side of the game, what he really did, coming away from being static, moving across the line, picking up the ball, doing the right, making the good decision making, crossing the ball into danger areas. All this thing is to me, that's progression, and I'm really happy with him.
Yeah. So what are you giving him out of 10?
I'm going to give him an 8.
Oh wow. Okay. Today I thought again I'm going to agree with some of the stuff he's saying there on Monday, because when I was watching him first half, his movement, it's almost like he weren't even jogging back, he was walking back, and some of the movements was a bit slow, sluggish, but then he came into himself, and then once he start moving, he then start creating more for him, opportunity for the team and himself. So he's young. I'm not going to be critical of him. I'm going to sit there. I'm going to give him a 7.
And sorry, can I just say as well on Greenwood?
Yeah,
he has got that ability to play that wide position because he is skillful. He can beat a man, and you know I've seen him one-on-one. He's very, very good at beating a player because he could go on either side, either foot. And I don't know if you remember when Solskjaer had Lukaku, he tried to put Lukaku on that right-hand side as well because Lukaku was left-footed. But he knew that it wasn't working. He was like, well, I can't play this guy through the centre because his touch is too poor. Let me try him on the right-hand side. But Lukaku hasn't got that in his locker where he can beat a man. So that's why he sold him. And he knew what he was doing with Greenwood. It's a slow progression. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to... I'm trying to think. Should we do the... round up all the players together? Because we wanted to stick to 45 minutes, didn't we? Yeah. So should we just round up all the other players and just give them their score? So we got to have obviously coming back from injured, Rashford, coming back from Rashford, injured. Then we got Bruno Fernandez, and then we had the Flash, the Welsh Flash. So let's start with Kohunde. Yeah. We're just going to give the free score what we're giving them and talk about them a little bit.
Bruno, I think I'll give him like 6.5 because I think, like I say, I like his game. He always tries to do the right things, play balls in. And I think he struggled a bit because the front three weren't really gelling well to, making good runs, I think, in the first half. And it was hard to break West Ham down. They were playing really tight and Greenwood wasn't getting much love in the first half. So it was really hard for Bruno to find that really good through ball. And he did. I think Bruno did take a good corner that led to the goal. So he's always making that impact. So I'll give him about 6.5. Rashford, yeah, he's just coming back from injury, but again, always gives a lot of effort, stretches teams with his running all the time, which is great. And he was a threat more in the second half. He started to become a threat. I'll give Rashford about 6.5 as well. Dan James, I'm going to say 5.5. Like, so I'll tell you why he really frustrated me today, because I think there was a time, because I was watching Diop as well, and Diop actually gave the ball away to Jan James at one point in the second half, and it was like 3-on-1. It was like
4. It was 4-on-1, 4-on-2.
Yeah,
on 3.
He had time to play a ball, but he's just like head down, and then he plays a pass without like looking. He plays it behind Bruno. He plays it behind Bruno. He needs to play it in front of him. So he hasn't got that tenace where it's like he can play that final ball. Like, I'm trying to think. Since I've seen him come to United, I don't really remember him doing one really good cross. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't really...
Don't be the first man. He doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't resonate with me. Oh, yeah, that was a wicked cross or whatever. Like, all he's doing is running, and sometimes it can be annoying for defenders or whatever and stretching teams, but there's no end product with him. So, yeah, he just frustrated me again today. But 5.5, I'll give him. There's a couple of times, not just that. There was another time where he had a chance, and it's just like he just rushes too much in that position where when he's in the final third, he just can't find a man. And it's not like you look at him and think, oh, that was tight. And it's like, no, you should be hitting it into the danger area, and he doesn't do it. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to Omondi now. You're gonna. Oh well, it's Mr. B who's gonna love the flash.
Bruno was about. I'll give Bruno about 7 today. I don't do the 0.5s and all that kind of thing. Bruno, I'll give him a 7. Tenacious, working hard, wanting to do well. It's visible he wants to do well. It's visible that he's our playmaker. He's always looking to make the right hard pass. He was coming deep, trying to link up the play. One thing today, which I hopefully get an opportunity to talk about later, is that we had a lot of ball retention in their half, in the first half especially. We were able to play the ball. And then we only end up scoring from a set piece. But Bruno was trying his best to get things linking and popping. And he's trying to pop man out on the same page as him, unfortunately. And it wasn't really going off, for him. But he's always trying. So I can always only give him a 7. Fantastic player there. World class. I mean that. Rashford, welcome back. Didn't expect him back. done his thing, linking up with Shaw on the left-hand side. Always a threat. When Rashford plays, with that extra pace and his little thing, people respect him now. So if you're doing your pre-game system, if you're doing your pre-game analysis, you can't, no matter what you say, he's going to be a hard player to hold down because he's got that so much pace and trickery. Not really trickery, but just quick. He wait for you and then gone. That kind of thing. Rashford, I'll give him about a 6 today. I thought he wasn't clinical enough, had a really good header, which he should have put away. And these are the side of the game. I know they're talking about heading in the game these days. Maybe it's got to him. He said, I'm not heading no more. That's when I came across. He was spoon-fed, you know?
Yeah.
He tried to do the, you know, what do you call it? Kinde the Cliver header with the movement.
Yeah, little flick. Yeah. He's got the S-card to do it. He's got the S-card to really do it.
What made me laugh is even when he tried to do the movement and flick it, he was still aiming wide. So
yeah.
flicked it at the goal. He tried to flick it, and his finishing position was aiming wide to the goal. So I think you need to learn the header.
That's the problem. He hasn't got the striker's instincts. Yeah.
So and that's for me. Regardless of what they say about the heading, all that kind of thing, if you're playing forward, you need to be. That's bread and butter. Bread and butter. Alan Shearer. Duncan Ferguson, Andy Carroll, even
bring on the call into it as well, mate.
Andy Cole, Mike York. I mean,
ready, steady, sharing them.
Score. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. All these are top strikers, top forwards. That's bread and butter. Gary Lineker, that's put that away. Even Michael Owen would put that away. Yeah. Last but not least, here we go. The Welsh trash. Okay. As Kinde said, final ball trash. Touch trash. It went on a run, mazy run. Just there's nothing coming from him. He is a weak link. First half, I'm looking for him, and I'm saying, well, where is he? All the play. So you know that the camera can usually pan the whole pitch, you know. So it's just leaving him out. He's probably touched on the touchline on the right hand side, and he's not getting panned in at all. So I'm thinking, where is he? Where is he? And then suddenly I see, the ball gets panned over and the camera moves slightly and you see him on the right-hand side, you know? But pathetic. Brings nothing to our game. Going forward, give him to one of these relegated clubs. Let him have a run in the Championship. He's not a Man United player. He never will be. As a la Fred, a la Welsh trash, not good enough. I'm sorry.
Okay, here we go now. Ready? Everyone, it's Mr. B.
Look,
sorry, what did you give him? Your score?
Trash.
What is that then? 1.
If you're under 5, I don't even score you. Trash.
Mr. B.
Okay, I'm going to go with who? Rashford. Yeah. What I will say is, considering Rashford was supposed to be injured, Ollie's a cock. He shouldn't have played him the whole game. We've got a game that we need to win on Thursday. So I was really, really, really surprised that he played him the whole game. And if he wasn't injured, it was a bullshit ruse because it didn't work. You know what I mean? You know, you might try a little something. It didn't work. So I would give Rashford today a 6. But that wasn't because he was bad. I just think he shouldn't have played the whole game. I think he was probably tired. He probably tried to conserve his energy a little bit, although he don't look like a man who wants to conserve energy. He looks like he just wants to get it out. Sorry. So no, I would give him a 6. Bruno, I would give him a 6.5. And that's only because he got the assist for the corner. I didn't think he was very good today. That's the Welsh flash. I score man under 5 in it, and I'm giving him a 4.
Oh wow!
He was shocking. Today. And what burns me more, you have man like Diallo who came on and scored our goal in the game, and he kept him on his backside on the bench the whole of this to play fucking James. That makes no sense to me. What sort of inspiration is he giving him? You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. If he starts against AC Milan, I will say, all right, then Ollie was doing it for this game. But right now I'm vexed because I don't understand how you can have this guy who everybody's talking about in training. You know, he comes on, he scores a nice little header at being 4'7", and you're not playing him. You're not playing him. So no, well, I said he would have to do a lot to change my mind.
Yeah, right on, Mr. B. Right on, man.
I think he's frozen in the midst of that as well. Oh, he's back. Yeah,
I'm back. Yeah. I'm blinded by his shitness. So I ain't got time. I have no time for Daniel James. I have no certain games. All right, fair enough. The ratty games where you need enough rats, him and Fred run around. But when you need a game of a technical game where you want players who can open up a defensive, a short pass, it doesn't have to be long. It just has to be a short, cute pass. None of them don't have it. He can't pass 10 yards, and Fred can't pass 3 yards.
Oh God! So for me, let's start with Rashford. I thought Rashford had an impact in the game today. He put one cross through in the box. I thought it was a beautiful cross. No one attacked it. It's typical United though. There's never anyone in the box anywhere to head the ball. He did miss that header. Well, I'm not going to blame him because, like I said, I think he was injured, and I was shocked and surprised he started the game. But he brought something different to the team today. For me, I'll give Rashford a 7 because, like I said, he's a different maker going forward for us. Bruno Fernandez, again, had a half-decent game. You could see he was getting frustrated because at times he would pick the ball up and he'd be looking for the next pass and no one's making a movement for him. So he's sitting there losing the ball, then getting frustrated. So I've been watching Bruno Fernandez very closely, and because a lot of people say he gives the ball away so much, but the reason why he gives the ball away so much is because, as what Omondi always say, he's looking for he's got the knowledge and the understanding of football as footballers. So he's already thinking one step of everyone else, but the rest of the guys are not thinking. So that's the reason why he's losing the ball. So for me today, Bruno Fernandez, I'm going to give him a 7 as well with Rashford. Him and Rashford 7. Then I'm going to go to my Welsh partner here, the Flash. And I'm telling you, I don't cuss any United players. And today I was cussing him. When we went 4-3, when was it 4-2, and all I was sitting there, I was screaming at the telly saying, pass the ball. If he passed it forward, it would have gone through because there was a massive gap between the two defenders. Yeah. If he passed it sideways with enough pace on it, it could go on to Rashford. He would have been through. Any one of the players he passed it to today, it would have gone through. But no, he passed the ball backward.
He had one job.
And that was a job. And you know what? After what he missed in against AC Milan, that miss he's done, and then that performance tonight, I'm going to give him 3.5.
Woo!
So wait, I gave him 5.5. Can I just put that down to a 5? Right?
You can.
And that's being nice, considering what you have given him. So yeah. I'm giving him a 5. And everyone gets a 5 for just appearing, that's the time. Yeah, I can't say anything.
But I just found the performance today from him. I know you guys are saying about obviously the Fred and this, that, and the other, but I just found the performance from him today diabolical, absolute ridiculous today. And again, Ole played a player, Rashford, who's injured, a whole 90 minutes, knowing we've got a game against AC Milan. He should have taken Rashford off. But it is what it is. We're just going to read some comments. Mr. B's jumped off for a second. We'll just read some comments out and then we're going to basically call it a night.
Hi, Dynamic Productions. Mason Greenwood was outstanding. His performance deserved a goal.
Yeah, we agreed with you.
Hi, Shah. How you doing, man?
Big up, Shah.
He says, evening, gents, great show. When our strikers getting pulled to the wing, then we need midfielders in the box. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, good shout. Dynamic Productions again. After 2-3 years, Greenwood could become unplayable. He needs to stay up front. If we had a decent right winger, he could concentrate on staying up top. Yeah.
True. But again, like what Kahunde said, these days, no one uses strikers now, do they? Unless it's Bayern Munich or something like that.
Yeah.
No one used out and out striker. Even if you look at Haaland at Bayern Munich, at Dortmund, he doesn't actually play as a number 9, does he?
He
They
plays
play
in
as a
two,
free.
I think, sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just Lewandowski. Lewandowski's the only number 9, really.
I think we need to have a show on that because I tend to disagree. Next one.
Yeah, that's it. That's all the ones we got. So yeah, that's it, really, guys. Round up tonight of the.
Can I just say something? Just to summarise, it was difficult today because we Can I just say what score do I always ask?
1-0. Manage the game.
Yeah. And I asked that to manage the game and see out a game and things. So we did it today. We scored 1-0 and we soaked up a little bit of pressure when they made a little sub and they changed their tactics. And this is what I like to see. So in that respect, I'm really happy about that. But I'm still not happy about us not breaking teams down because we didn't do it from open play. We did it from a set piece. So there we go again. We're still not improving in that respect, you know. So if we have to go and break down a team like AC Milan where we have to score, maybe we might have problems, you know. So I'm happy with the 1-0 because that's what I've always wanted. I've always wanted to see this. I keep saying time and time again. But to score, what I'm saying, 1-0 was scoring an open play and breaking teams down. We still didn't break the team down today.
Yeah, but for me, I'm just hoping I'm happy Rashford's back for this game. I'm praying he's back for the game anyway. That's what I'm looking at for the AC Milan game. At least that will give us some sort of stability going into the game. Harsh H says basically Harry Kane in the summer, can't see it happening.
No,
don't want to.
I'm much younger, less injury prone.
There you go. So yeah, but guys, listen. It's a pleasure, as always. This is FTB Sports. Please like, share, subscribe. Tune in tomorrow night with Unofficial Pundit, with Studs Up. It's going to be an amazing game, amazing show, should I say. And as far as I'm aware of, we should have the Liverpool reaction show as well, about 10:05. So, guys, please tune in. This is FTB Sports, and we are the Manchester United preview show. We've got Mr. B, Omondi, Kohunde, and myself as Solo 7. Have a lovely evening, guys. Good night.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.